Get her out! It's a robot. Ash is a goddamn robot. Holy shit! Help me get this fucking thing off!
Hey everybody, welcome to Studio 64. My name's David. I've been searching the interzones for more science, space and tech news to share with you. Came across this at Screen Rant just for a bit of a change, bit of a shake up here. Why androids have white blood in the Alien movies? Just because I'm a nerd and because I can. Excellent. Fascinating. Yes, in summary, Ridley Scott chose white blood for androids to create discomfort and differentiate them from humans. Androids having white blood enhances the horror and themes related to sexual metaphors in the Alien franchise. I don't think I'm old enough for this. The distinction between androids and humans in the franchise is crucial for setting up heroes and villains, yes. Now, there are several reasons why the androids have white blood from the Alien franchise. Now, throughout the series, humans encounter a terrifying alien species that seeks to attack and force them into reproducing their offspring. Now, more often than not, the humans are accompanied by androids. These artificial human-like creatures are always either villains or help fight against the aliens, but can sometimes be the micro-villains. Now, before watching Alien Romulus, the newest film in the franchise, it is necessary to understand these androids, and I recommend going back and watching the 1979 Alien. Very, very scary horror sci-fi if you're into that sort of thing. Really good. Everyone thinks Aliens was good, which it was, the sequel, in 86. But it's kind of like Terminator 1 and 2 or, something along those lines. Or the Star Wars, the 77 version. And then, of course, in 1980 came The Empire Strikes Back. It's that sort of thing. They're just, the second one may have been bigger at the box office, but the two of them hold up quite well in this day and age. Fascinating. Androids have been a part of the franchise since the first installment, Alien. Although he's not the main villain to Sigourney Weaver's Ellen Ripley, Ian Holmes' android character Ash is the secondary antagonist. He bleeds white blood and immediately establishes that all androids in the complete Alien timeline do so as well. 45 years after this film, it's finally time to figure out why Aliens director Ridley Scott decided to make the androids have white blood. Interesting. Here we go. Ridley Scott didn't want androids to have red blood. They needed to prove something to prove they are not fully human. Interesting. In an interview with the New York Times, Ridley Scott discusses the reasons he wanted the androids to have white blood instead of red blood in the Alien franchise. He essentially explains how seeing androids with white blood is more uncomfortable. The franchise is of the horror genre as much as it is as sci-fi. Thus, the discomfort is necessary, since it sets up the idea that the terror will not just come from the aliens for the rest of the franchise. Yep, and the androids are also creepy creatures to be fearful of. Yep, big fan of it. I was a very young man when I first saw the first one in 79, and I fell in love. Absolutely amazing series of movies. Note, the white blood used in Alien is actually milk. Interesting. The Alien franchise already stands out as a horrifying creature feature. The cherry on top of it all is the androids and their white blood. At least the aliens are clearly the villains because of their grotesque figures. The androids are not so obvious unless they are already wounded. And sometimes the Alien movies tease who is an android before showing their blood. However, the unknown increases the fear factor. without the androids and their discomforting white blood, the Alien franchise would not be as scary as it is. I agree with that, because everyone just assumes the xenomorph, the alien monster, is, the only villain in the piece. There are, of course, human villains and android villains. If you watch the series, very interesting indeed. And as I say, it's one of those things where humans created androids in their own image, so we would be less frightened of them. Ironically enough, yeah, interesting. Androids having white blood sets them apart from humans. Yes, without the white blood, androids are truly indistinguishable. Fascinating. Aliens, androids think, feel, and look like humans. To be distinguished as separate villains or heroes, they need a particular quality to set them apart. Yes, humanoid AI. If they had red blood, they would seem like normal humans who happen to be secondary villains or heroes. Then the androids would seem pointless for the franchise, yet they have been crucial for every Alien film. If the androids were not set apart from humans, then all the Alien movies would be completely different. Tip: Alien Romulus releases in theatres on August the 16th, 2024. Very much looking forward to it. Now, distinguishing the androids from humans is just as important as setting apart the aliens. If the aliens looked just like the humans, the franchise's horror would be entirely different. The films would not be creature features, let alone some of the most prominent ones in horror history. For Alien to stand out among this horror subgenre, it needs another distinguished villain. The androids are alien-like enough because of their white blood. Despite looking like humans, they make aliens stand out further in horror. Yes, androids' white blood connects to aliens' themes. Yes, one of the prominent features in the franchise is how aliens forcing their offspring onto humans is a metaphor for sexual attacks. The metaphor especially comes out with the painful experience the humans undergo with these attacks. Not only do the aliens attach themselves to the humans' faces, but the offspring are born by exploding out of their gut. The metaphor of these attacks proves how the Alien franchise is more than just a bunch of horror sci-fi films. Yeah, I mean, you got something good when John Hurt in 1979 had the alien bursting out of his chest. He then reprised the film in 1987 in Mel Brooks' Spaceballs, which is supposed to be a parody of Star Wars, but he couldn't help himself. Note, the androids are also referred to as synthetics through the Alien franchise. Synthetics and also artificial person. That's from the second one. That was Lance Henriksen. Yes, he played, what was it? Ash was in the first one, and the second one was Bishop. That's it. And he was modelled after the Weyland. Was it Weyland-Yutani Corporation? The guy that started the company? Yeah, interesting stuff. The androids having white blood further develops this metaphor. The aliens are not only sexual attackers, but the androids are too. The white blood symbolises the bodily fluid. Oh dear, again, I told you I'm not old enough for this. Manifests from the attacks, which increases the horror of the franchise. If their white blood is contained, they are not a threat. If it is showing, then they are. Ultimately, another reason for the androids' white blood in the Alien franchise is to make the sexual metaphors and the themes more explicit. Oh, interesting. Let's see if we can play this, shall we? This is the Alien Romulus final trailer. Can't wait to see this.
Are you sure you want to do this? There she is.
You want to break in and steal highly regulated equipment.
This could be our only ticket out of here. Should be in and out in 30 minutes.
Welcome to the Romulus Space Station.
This place gives me the creeps.
What the hell is this?
I don't know.
The fuck was that? Yo!
Stop playing around, man. Just get up.
I'm not playing around, there's something in the water.
What do you mean there's something
I
in the
don't know,
water?
there's just something in the fucking water.
Run.
Are you alright?
Navarro! Navarro! I don't know what to do.
Whatever comes, we'll face it together.
Let's go.
Impact event in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, that does look exciting. Brings back memories of my younger days when I went and saw the original Alien and the Aliens, the sequel in the movies. I just hope that wasn't the best part in the whole movie. It's shite. I'll be very disappointed. Yes, very disappointed. But that does look good. So, but I recommend that you go back and you have a look at the originals. Definitely do so, because I think you'd be quite surprised. The first two in particular hold up well today. Now, with Alien Romulus's release coming up soon, it will be interesting to see how the film utilises the androids. They've not always been villains in the franchise, since a couple of them have been more heroic. Andy, David Johnson, being the newest android, will determine this thrilling outcome. He can easily be another hero of the Alien franchise, who could be the next secondary antagonist to inflate the horror of the film with his discomforting white blood. Yep, definitely very, very good, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So, just for something, just something a little different this video, but as I say, I'm a sci-fi fan from way back, so expect a few more to pop in on occasion. All right, well, my name is David. Thanks for joining me for another Studio 64 Science, Space and Tech News update. I shall see you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe. Greatly appreciate you. If you're up for it, drop a comment down below the video, because I'd love to hear what you think. All right, take care, and as I always say, if you can't be good at it. And as I also always say,
not bad for a human.